the way the Giants are playing as well. I just feel rest and getting some of those guys healthy. I'm with you guys. I'm going Eagles in this one.
Yeah, I know. We did that game, and it was a great game. Carson Wentz had some great drives, 2 drives towards the end of that game to win that game. And Daniel Jones, one thing we're not talking about, Daniel Jones is a young guy, and he's got his second system right now that he's working. And in those close games, Rich, so you start saying once he gets closer to that ceiling, those close games can become wins. But today, I'm still taking the Eagles.
Plus, the plan was to have Saquon at his side all season long, and then not at all. So that's the state of the Giants, and we think that in the state of New Jersey, it will be Philadelphia taking this game. Meanwhile, in Wisconsin, Aaron Rodgers out in Lambeau Field. His passer rating is tops in the NFL. Tom Pelissero, however, second straight home game where the weather, it's Mother Nature that might take precedence.
That's right, Rich. And for anybody thinking that the Packers might have a letdown on a cold, windy day against the Jaguars team that's lost 7 in a row, running back Aaron Jones told me Aaron Rodgers is not going to make that let that happen. Every day you get the same A-Rod, Jones said. Same leader. He's focused. He's never slacking, never takes a day off. So how does Jacksonville disrupt him? Linebacker Joe Schobert told me they're going to try to replicate what the Bucs did 4 weeks ago. Some simulated pressures, some real pressures. Get in Rodgers' face, force him to make some quick decisions. Of course, when you blitz Rodgers, you might end up one-on-one with Devante Adams, who sat down with our Michael Irvin.
He's got his man, Devante Adams, to the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay Packers. Oh, what a catch by Devante Adams.
Devante, you started some noise a couple weeks ago where you proclaim you're the best receiver in the NFL. But you're not just talking the talk, you're also walking the walk. What would you say is the biggest reason for your success this season?
I'll probably say just the commitment to my craft, man. Every year I feel like I've been able to get better and better, but as we continue to go, I just find little nuances, little small things just to continue to grow and try to be a better player. Everybody talks about my releases and all that, but it's gotten to a point where now I don't even have to even dig too deep into the bag. It's just playing fast and go making the plays.
Right side, Devante, touchdown, Green Bay.
You're averaging 1.3 touchdowns per game right now.
A sensational grab by Devante Adams.
Only other people to average more was Randy Moss and Jerry Rice. What does it make you feel like to hear your name mentioned with those Hall of Famers?
It give me chills, really, man. I mean, those are 2 of the greatest of all time right there. So to be mentioned in that conversation with them at any point, I can't say I'm going to set the touchdown record for a single season this year. I'm going to just keep applying pressure, and hopefully I can be in great company with them down the road.
He's got a touchdown to Devante Adams.
I love that.
Question is, with Adams there and Aaron Jones and the way that they have been playing offensively, is there a way that the Jaguars can somehow slow it down, Michael? What do you think?
I don't think so, Rich. I really don't, especially with these guys here, Devante Adams. And the way he's playing, I talked about it when I said he's not just talking the talk, he's walking the walk. I mean, yeah, he leads in touchdowns per game, but also receptions per game, yards per game. And hey, they want to make a mark this year. They feel real special this year, and they want it to translate on the football field. And I believe it is, and it will all day.
I was talking earlier about Carolina and how they have 10 sacks on the year, and I was kind of amazed, like, who has less sacks than Carolina does? Jacksonville has 8 sacks on the year. I mean, didn't their Twitter handle go to Saxonville a couple years ago? They have 8 sacks on the year. To stop that guy and Aaron Rodgers, you have got to apply pressure. So I don't know how it happens.
Quick question for you, Irv. He's not from South Florida like you. He's from Northern California.
Palo Alto High School.
Did you go sleeveless on a 40-degree windy day?
No way. No, but that's what I'm saying. See, this right now, he's used to it, and there's no Ramsey and over there on that defense anymore.
Well, Ramsey's in that building right there.
He's in that building.
How about that, huh? I didn't even think you were going to say that.
Beautiful building.
Look at that. Just down the road from us. Steve Weish, just going from Miami to Southern California. Look at you. Look at you, Steve Weish.
Hey, just the luck of the draw, Rich. Well, you guys were just talking about Jalen Ramsey. He's going to be matched up on Seahawks receiver DK Metcalf at times. We know that Metcalf has emerged as one of the biggest big play threats in the NFL. And Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson said that is not by accident. He said him and Metcalf spent a tremendous amount of time this summer together working out and just hanging out. And he said this week that him and Metcalf talk about being the greatest wide receiver quarterback combination in NFL history. And Wilson said, we do not hide from that. But speaking of Rams coaches, they said you can see that Metcalf's route repertoire has been expanded. But what that's done is it has opened up the field for Tyler Lockett, and that is a big concern. Remember, Lockett's got 53 catches. That's 10 more than Metcalf, so they've got to be aware where number 16 is today. And now let's send it to our Mike Giardi in Foxborough.
Thank you, Steve. Cam Newton may only have 2 touchdown passes this season, but when the Baltimore Ravens look at him, they see the same player that terrorized the league back in 2015. Wink Martindale said, essentially, look, whenever he has the ball, whether he's running or throwing, you have to take him seriously. He's that big of a threat. Derek Wolfe took it one step further with Cam as a runner, and he said, you have to treat him like a running back. You can't hit him lightly because if you do, he'll embarrass you. Meanwhile, the Patriots look at Lamar Jackson, and the numbers may be down this year, but they're not seeing it. Devin McCourty telling me he's matured as a passer, more patient in the pocket, and he said with his speed, you think you have leverage, and then boom, he embarrasses you. Back to you guys.
Let's pick the games. What do you have in this one tonight, Michael?
Man, there's so many good matchups, man. I was just talking about that Ramsey matchup, man. They got Ramsey and Metcalf, Diggs, and Peterson, Hopkins, and Trey White. That's going to be great. Right here, this matchup, though, I'm taking the Ravens. I mean, it's just not the same game it used to be. You remember these games? These were great games. Well, hopefully it's a great game today.
And the Ravens aren't necessarily clicking on all cylinders right now, but Patriots, to me, there's just something still a little bit off there. We saw it on Monday night. I'm going Ravens.
I'm going Ravens as well, but when I watch this game, I'm going to be watching the Pats defense because you know how they like to play man-to-man and double and single. When you do that, you better have a spy on Lamar Jackson, all right? And then who's that coming from, a linebacker, a DB? Because you got to chase him down when he takes off.
Yeah, it was just about 1 year ago, a couple weeks ago. It was a 1-year anniversary of Baltimore beating New England. We were in London, having just called a game there, and that game was overnight. That was the same London where Irv watched the Cowboys lose to the Jets and ran out on a bill that he still owes us for.
He owes us that.
Yeah.
We ain't never seen that.
I'm taking the Ravens. I'm sorry.
Never seen that money.
I'm not taking the Patriots. I'm not taking the Patriots. That's false. I'm not doing that, please. I don't know where that one came from. No, there you go.
Rich, who put that in there, Rich?
No, I'm taking the Ravens.
Boy,
we need a lone wolf today.
You knew something, buddy. I thought you knew something.
Taking the Ravens. Next game, what do we got here? Tampa Bay, Carolina. I am, okay, Irv, you're first.
I'm taking Tampa. I'm taking Tampa.
Tampa Bay,
back today. I'm taking Tampa Bay on this one.
I am too. I mean, Mooch, you talked about it week 2. They beat them pretty good. And, just to me, the Carolina's not scoring enough points, even though they almost did against the Chiefs last week. I'm going Tampa Bay in this one.
Okay, Steve?
Yeah, Tampa Bay as well. I just, no Christian McCaffrey, and I think these guys will have the eye of the tiger today. Bucks all the way.
Eye of the Panther?
I am concerned for the Bucks, but I'm not so concerned that I'm going to sit here and take. I'm not going to start taking crazy shots yet.
Trying to catch you up.
It's coming, though, Rich.
It is coming. It's coming. But I'm circling this as an upset alert. So let's open up the reporter's notebook right now. Are we 3 wide today? We are. Okay. Ian Rappaport, Mike Garafolo, and Tom Pelissero is the most bundled up. Ian, you're first.
Nick Chubb, one of the best running backs in the NFL, Rich, has missed about a month, a little more than a month with an MCL sprain. He is officially back active and ready to be the main ball carrier, the bell cow for the Cleveland Browns. He had been killing it in his rehab, actually beat his timeline by about a week. And Mike, sounds like he looked excellent in practice this week. Browns are expecting a lot today.
Big story in Detroit today. Alex Smith starting for the Washington football team. Ian, his first start in 728 days. Since that day, he suffered a broken leg and all the infections that followed. Doctors working to save his leg, not even worried about his NFL career. Well, he's gotten 2 relief appearances so far this season. That has told him, hey, Your leg is okay. You can do this. But it's also the mental part. As much as we've marveled about the physical part, those inside the building saw the way he prepared coming into this season as if he would be a starter again. That part was impressive to them. He is a starter today.
Mike, same game. I'm told Lions rookie running back DeAndre Swift expected to make his first NFL start today. Meanwhile, for the Bills, Josh Norman tested positive for COVID-19, and 3 teammates not allowed to travel to Arizona because of close contact. They're so short at corner, I was told the Bills coaches were quizzing 2 practice squad call-ups at the hotel last night, trying to figure out who knows enough because one of them has to start. Also out, tight end Tyler Kroft, who gave Norman a 7-minute ride home from the facility. Kroft has taken every precaution. He's got a young baby at home, but that's how closely the NFL is enforcing these protocols, Ian.
Meanwhile, in the same game, Kenyon Drake, the starting running back for the Arizona Cardinals, missed a couple games with a high ankle sprain, expected to be back today. My understanding is he's going to split carries with Chase Edmonds. We'll see how he warms up, how significant a role he is going to have today, but he's looked good in practice and is expected to return. Rich?
All right, gents, thanks very much for the